Okay, it is the next day. I did not get anything done yesterday. It was a little late in the afternoon. And you probably don't want to hear about other people's aches and pains. But I've already got herniated discs in my lower back and in my neck. And I don't know what it is about sitting on concrete that makes every little ache and pain magnified about 10 times. I could barely walk down here this morning, and I've taken one of the heavy duty pain pills that I try not to take, or I take as infrequently as possible because they're, not something you want to rely on all the time. My right hip, I have pain in an area that I have never had this kind of pain in, and it's so bad that I only got about 2 hours sleep last night, and I just couldn't lay there any longer. Laying down hurt more than sitting in my recliner, so which is why I uploaded a video at like 12:30, because I was awake from then on. So anyway, I'm going to try and get these back tires off. Now the Harley dealer where I'm getting these new tires put on, they're open tomorrow. So if that's all I can do is get these off today, then tomorrow I'll go get the new tires put on. I was hoping to get more done, but it's going to take more sitting on the floor, and I just don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. So, and the bottom line is, if I just can't do this today, I just can't. There's nothing's going to happen if I don't do this today. I just don't want to waste. It's raining out, and it's going to rain for the next few days, so I really want to get this done. So when it does get bright, sunny, and dry, my wife can actually take these for a ride. Oh, and while I was walking down here, it's bad enough I could barely walk. I got a phone call from Fort Myers, Florida, and I actually know somebody in Fort Myers. So I answered the phone, and it was a recording. It said, "Warning, this is the legal department. If you don't call this number, we will be forced to start legal proceedings against you." And I have a friend up in Massachusetts that gets these all the time, and he plays with these people. And he's got a lot of videos of him calling these people back and playing with them, and it's funny. And that's the first time I've ever got that. Legal department, you're in big trouble. A warrant has been issued for your arrest. And they didn't even tell you, they don't even say what. They just said the legal department. And yeah, they gave me a number. I have to call them back and all that. And I'm not going to do it. I don't feel good enough to play along. Anyway, I'm going to start with this. Get the saddlebags off. I'm pulling the mufflers off. I don't need to do this, but I've never done it before, and I don't want to scratch my pipes because there's an axle that's got to come out, and it's just about even with the mufflers down here, and I don't want to scratch anything. So it's only it's 3 bolts on either side, and the muffler comes off, so it's not a big deal. All right, let me start undressing the bike. Maybe I'll show how simple it is to take these off. And it's just like the fiberglass bags on a Ultra Classic. 1. 2. Lean it out and pick it up. That's it. Now to take this off, there's a clamp under here, right here. Right here. And I think that's 9/16, might be 1/2 inch, but feels like a 9/16. 2 1/2-inch bolts. These come out, the little bar slides out, and then you grab a hold of this and you wiggle, 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 pull that out. Like I say, actually this does have to come out. You see where this is? That was right behind this muffler, so I am going to have to take the muffler off. Anyway, I'm going to do both sides because let me get on the other side. Here's the other side, and I got to get a big socket on that nut, and it's also right behind the muffler. So both these mufflers got to come off, and then I've got to take Well, this is a single piece caliper. The later models had a single two-piece where you could actually take the caliper loose and get it out and then pull this piece out. You know, there was a two-piece that bolted together, but this is a one-piece, so this is going to be a little harder to get out. But also, let me make sure there's no speed sensor in here, and I do not believe there is. There is not, so I'm cool. All right, let me get some tools and start taking stuff apart. Well, here's the first thing that's different. It's got a captured nut right here. That's as soon as you get the bolt out of there, it's not a captured nut anymore, so don't lose the nut. Man, that one did not want to come off. I had to get kind of caveman on it. And what I did was take a 2x4 with some, and I put some cardboard doing the 2x4 and the chrome, and I put it right up here, and I beat the crap out of it with my dead blow hammer. And I'm probably gonna have to do the same thing to the other side. There we go. That's how this held on. Now, these things have not come off since 2004, so. And you know, this is not an aftermarket. This is original, right? Isn't it? Harley equipment? Okay, Kirker. I don't know why I couldn't see that. Well, I can tell you why I couldn't see it, because it's on the bottom. It's on the bottom of it. So they are aftermarket, Kirker. Okay. All right, other side. My God, that did not want to come off. And like I say, it's been on there, 17 years now. And kind of got to be, you know, a little cautious about putting too much sideways torque on it, because, you know, it's pulling on a head pipe here. A Y pipe that goes down to the other muffler, exhaust pipe over here. So you can't go putting too much sideways torque on it, or you could, you know, crack something and have to replace a whole bunch of stuff. All right, now let me find a socket that'll fit on that. If not, then I got a big adjustable wrench that'll work. Oh yeah, there's a C-clip that fits here that just pops right out. Okay, this has got to be, I've got 1.5 inches and 1.25 inches. So 1.25 inches is too small, 1.5 inches too big. So I have a BFW, and I'll see if I can put this on there. If it won't do it, I will go and get 1 7/16, I believe. Okay, here we go. Now these are, oh, good Lord. Okay, I'm gonna stop the camera until I remember the name of this. Give me a second. Cams, damn it. These are belt tensioning adjustment cams. And I'm not gonna mark this because I'm gonna adjust this cam. Let me give this a little love tap here. Okay. And now I tap this out to the other side where it has a captured nut. And I believe this cam, this adjustment cam here, is also captured. And here is how you adjust the tension. You see these slots here? You take the belt and you move it up and down, and it's not supposed to have more than 3/8 of an inch of play. Well, this is the original belt, even though it's only got 6,000 miles on it. I've looked it over pretty good, and typically I've read a lot of different Harley-Davidson forums. And typically these go 80 to 150,000 miles without issue. Unless you get a rock up under here or something, or a bolt or something that shreds the belt, or if you drive like a demon, which I don't take off like that anymore. I'm never going to be able to do a wheelie, so what's the point? Okay, let me get a dowel or something and start hammering this out. And let me see, I'm sure there's bushings I gotta be, yeah, there's a bushing right in there. I gotta be concerned about that. And yeah, there's a small bushing right between the brake caliper arm and the rotor. So they're obviously different sizes, so I'll need to keep that in mind. All right, I'm gonna start wrapping on that bolt, that axle nut, see if I can shove it out of there. Tell you what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna lower this to where the tire just touches the ground, so when it comes loose, it doesn't go all crazy on me. All right, I just realized another thing. I am sort of committed to this jack stand because I gotta lift this thing up high enough to get the tire up from underneath there. So what I'm gonna do, all right, now I'm gonna lift the bike up a little bit and get this bushing out of there. And then apparently this is really hard to get out between the edge of the rim and the rotor. So you get that bushing out of there, and then you pull on this at a sideways angle, and you try to spread the pads apart a little bit, and it gives you just enough room to slide it out of there. So let me, yeah, see what I did? I only got this one lift, so I'm gonna jack it up, get the tire out from under there. I'm gonna go ahead and get this changed, and tomorrow I'll do my wife's. They work on Saturday over there, and that way I'm not biting off more than I can chew today. Plus, I'm committed to the jack stand once I get the tire off. All right, let me get it up in the air. Actually, you can watch me do that. I'm trying to do everything I can from this chair. You just would not believe how freaking bad I hurt. All right, I'm gonna need two hands. All right, what I did was slide a screwdriver in here and pry those apart a little bit. I'll tell you what, those don't look like they're very thick, do they? Huh. It's only got 6,000 miles on it. Surely they're not worn out. Okay, this got a little, here, I don't want to scratch this, so I'm gonna be careful. This lug here, right here, slides into this. And the way you get it in is you have to spread these, and it's gotta slide up off the disc, gotta miss the tire just barely, and comes out like that, and then this lug kind of falls out from behind that, and you can take it out of there. I'm just gonna leave it hang here. Now, I'm gonna slide this forward. I got a pry bar in there. I don't know what to call it. It's a special kind of pry bar. And see if I got enough slack to ease this belt off. I'm gonna need two hands. I'll be right back. All I'm gonna do is pull it to the side and then spin the wheel. All right, belt come off real easy. You just push the tire forward, and then you get it started off. You just pull it to the side a little bit, and then turn the tire, and then the whole thing comes off. Okay, now I've never done this before, so I'm no expert. I just know how to take stuff apart. Okay. There we go. Off to the Harley dealer I go with my shiny new tire. Oh, one final thing before I go. That nut that I put the adjustable wrench on is 1 7/16. So before I come home, I'm gonna stop at the Harbor Freight and see if I can get a 1 7/16 socket, half-inch drive. Well, I just couldn't stand looking at these new motorcycles. I went and did it. Yep, I got drool all over a motorcycle I'll never be able to afford. Now I got to find a rag. There we go. I cleaned all the blue off. I'll tell you what, that took some freaking elbow grease to get that blue dye off of there. And anyway, all right, let me get it up underneath the bike and start reassembling. All right, we are on. I got to adjust this belt tensioner cam, but I got to set this on the ground first. And I had to stop at Tractor Supply. Harbor Freight didn't have the socket I needed, so I had to stop at Tractor Supply. And the only 1 7/16 they had was a 3/4. So I had to buy an adapter too to fit a 1/2 inch. So I'm gonna let this down, put the weight of the bike on the tire, and then adjust this. All right, I got everything tightened back up. You may be a stickler for torque. I don't have a torque wrench, so I have torque fingers. So I set my torque fingers on T for tight. And that usually works. Boy, I am shaky. I made the mistake of having some sugar in my coffee at the Harley dealer, and I should not have. They didn't have any fake sugar. And my heart's pounding, my legs are shaking. Boy, am I weak. I do not process sugar. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do now. I'm all tight here. I'm gonna put my mufflers back on, put my saddlebags back on. I'm gonna get some steel wool, and I'm gonna clean these rims up real good, put a coat of wax on them, and then put the mufflers on, and we're done with this. Tomorrow, I will do my wife's bike. Tomorrow morning, I'll come out and get her tire off, but I gotta go back to my knife shop and get some more steel wool, some 4/0 steel wool. And then I'm done. We're gonna call this finished. All right, mine is done. God, this is a pretty bike. Okay, I got my wife's up in the air. I want to pull her saddlebags off, and I'll see what I got to take off after that. So I'm gonna probably get her tire off before the day is out, and first thing in the morning, run over there and get the new tire put on. All right, I've got her belt guard off, 2 bolts in here. Now it's got this is a captured castle, it's a castle nut, and let me figure out how to get that out of there. Well, the axle definitely comes out this way, so this has to come off. Now I gotta figure out how to do that. I feel a couple of nuts up under here, but this has got something here that I'm not familiar with. And then I gotta undo that there, loosen that. I'll see what's next. Okay. Not harder, just, a little bit different, that's all. Let's see. Axle. Okay. Yeah, okay. About the same amount of parts, about the same amount of holding your tongue just right to get the brake caliper off. Okay, that's it for today. Tomorrow I will go get the new tire put on, and I'll put my wife's back together, and we will be ready to ride in about a week, maybe 9 days, because boy, do we have some rain coming.